Sam Blaskowski just broke the ultimate rule of human speed. Right now, the entire track world is in shock. Professional runners train for years to drop a tiny fraction of a second, but Sam just made a massive, impossible time jump in one single race. This historic run left even sprinting star Gout Gout completely stunned. How did he unlock this explosive power? Let's find out. Track and field history is filled with breakthrough races, but nothing quite like this. When electronic timing displays show a jump from 10.05 to 9.89 in a single race, it commands attention. And when that performance makes an athlete the fastest American of the year and number 2 in the world, it demands a full investigation. Here's what we're going to break down. First, the performance itself and why the numbers don't make sense according to normal sprint progression. Second, the technical elements that had to align perfectly for this to happen. And third, what this means for the future of the 100-meter dash and why even Gout Gout is taking notice. The Music City Track Carnival started like any other track meet. Athletes warming up on the infield, officials checking equipment, and Sam Blaskowski lined up in lane 4 with a personal best of 10.05. Nothing about his warm-up suggested what was about to happen. The starting blocks were set, the electronic timing system was calibrated, and 8 sprinters crouched into position. When the gun fired, Blaskowski exploded from his starting position with a reaction time that was clean but not extraordinary. The first 20 meters looked normal. By 30 meters, he was even with the field. At 50 meters, something changed. His stride frequency increased without losing his mechanical efficiency. The straightaway became the stage for one of the most shocking sprint performances in recent memory. Cameron Crump was running the race of his life in lane 5, eventually finishing second in 9.99. Brandon Hicklin in lane 8 was matching his personal best pace. But in lane 4, Blaskowski was moving differently. His acceleration phase extended further than typical, and his maximum velocity phase lasted longer than his training history suggested was possible. The finish line timing showed 9.89 seconds. The electronic display flashed the time, and the immediate reaction from coaches and athletes in the warm-up area was disbelief. 0.16 of a second improvement in a single race represents years of typical progression compressed into 100 meters of track. So, what made this possible? The first factor is environmental. Atmospheric conditions on that particular day created optimal racing conditions. The track surface at the Music City Track Carnival facility is known for being fast, and the weather conditions eliminated headwinds that typically slow sprint time, delivering a perfectly legal plus 1.5 meters per second tailwind. But environmental factors alone don't explain a 0.16 improvement. The biomechanical analysis reveals something more interesting. Blaskowski's stride pattern showed 3 key changes from his previous races. His ground contact time decreased, meaning he was spending less time in contact with the track surface during each step. His stride frequency increased by approximately 5% without overstriding. Most importantly, his force application angle improved, meaning more of his power was directed horizontally rather than vertically. Based on his execution on the track, experts suspect a highly targeted shift in his training methodology. The way he powered through the drive phase suggests a heavy emphasis on rate of force development and reactive strength over pure maximum strength. This means his muscles became more efficient at producing power quickly, rather than just producing maximum power. The periodization strategy also played a crucial role. Instead of peaking for a major championship, the training cycle was designed specifically for this mid-season competition. This allowed for optimal freshness while maintaining fitness levels that typically only appear during major championship windows. The psychological component cannot be ignored. Racing removed the pressure of being in the prime lanes, typically reserved for the fastest qualifiers. This positioning allowed Blaskowski to focus purely on his own race execution, without the distraction of monitoring other competitors during the race. The performance analysis shows that his acceleration phase was the primary area of improvement. Where his previous races showed him reaching maximum velocity at approximately 60 to 70 meters, this race showed sustained accelerations through 80 meters. This extended acceleration phase is what elite sprinters spend careers trying to develop. The immediate aftermath in the warm-up area was telling. Established sprinters and coaches were reviewing the electronic timings multiple times, checking for potential wind readings, and analyzing the starting system for any irregularities. The performance was clean, legal, and verified through multiple timing systems. But here's where it gets really interesting. This performance doesn't just represent a personal breakthrough for Sam Blaskowski. It demonstrates that the current understanding of sprint progression might be incomplete. The traditional model suggests that significant time improvements happen gradually over seasons or years. This race challenges that assumption. Gout Gout's reaction on social media captured exactly what the sprinting community was thinking. When the under-20 world record holder expresses surprise at another athlete's progression, it proves just how unexpected this performance really was. The elite sprint community is small, and breakthrough performances like this get noticed immediately. The broader implications for the 100-meter dash are significant. If training methodologies and periodization strategies can produce these kinds of jumps in performance, other sprinters will be analyzing every aspect of Blaskowski's preparation. The rate of force development training protocols that contributed to this breakthrough will likely be adopted more widely. The technical aspects that created this perfect storm are now being studied by sprint coaches worldwide. The combination of environmental conditions, training methodology, race strategy, and psychological preparation created a performance that seemed impossible based on previous results. To run a 9.89, a sprinter cannot just rely on raw power. The race has distinct phases, and the most critical is the transition. Most runners lose valuable fractions of a second, moving from their head-down drive phase into their upright sprinting posture. During this specific race, Blaskowski held his drive phase longer and transitioned smoother than he ever had before. His top-end speed mechanics showed zero wasted movement. Every foot strike put maximum force directly into the track, minimizing ground contact time. This matters because shaving off tenths of a second at this elite level is incredibly rare. Going from a 10.0 runner to a sub-9.9 runner usually takes years of fixing tiny mechanical errors. Doing it suddenly means a physical or technical switch finally clicked. It completely shakes up the American sprinting roster. The United States already has a crowded field of world-class sprinters. Now, an athlete has bypassed the usual waiting in line, instantly putting veteran professionals on notice. He is no longer just a fast prospect. He is a legitimate threat on the global stage, forcing major shoe brands and track meet directors to rewrite their scouting reports. Looking forward, the pressure is now on Blaskowski to prove this wasn't a one-time occurrence.